has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
julli jeex na ci kanamam ay at mu faatu ñu continuer loolu ba mat juróom-ñaari at magam dogo ñëw ne dafa bessal jumaa bi du ko bàyyi mukk bàyyi ñu tabax ko ñu ne ko wacci doon xare mbaam yi du ci dugg bay te jumaa boobu balaa ñu ko ubbi noonu dencukaay niiw lañ ko defoon dencukaay niiw ku dee rek ñu dugal la foofu ne ndigal jotagul ban nga fa def ñaari fan nga nëpp wala ñett loolu nit yi Gambie yu bari xam ne nga seen mbokk yi nëpp nañ fii ci jumaa yi doog la ne bu caarmeli billahi wallahi taala tabax nii nga xaar yàlla bu la joxee saafara wérul nga toog foofu di xaar yàlla ba dee ñu yóbbu la li dee ci Gambie ak Sénégal fii ci Kër Malick kenn xamul nu toll ci jamonoom.
Gambian government ñu tooy lañ sax ma wax loolu man dama ko ñeme man I am a citizen Gambian I was born in Gambia man li ma wax doo lu ma ragal de man ragaluma li ma wax pour Gambia ok yow yaa ngi am sa sécurité nga ñëw ba fii nga ne yaa ngi xeex sa doomi Gambien yaa ngi leen di téeri ay tiyagas
wante lu xew fii barki démb su lay fekkoon soo bëggoon nekk saa yot man sa Gambia doo ko mun a nekk bëggoo sax dafa ruslu billahi wallahi dafa ruslu te seen bali kenn mënu koo contrôle suñ benn booy magay fii lay dem di liggéey njaaw ñu woo ko bañ dégg ko maa ngi dégg ñu ne ko yaa ngi nii sa bitig bi nañ ko taal.
gis nga keroog biñ dàqee waa Kër Ndigal yi bañ ñëw fii nawet bi waa Kër Ndigal amoon muy dugub gerte mboq ñebbe xaalis keroog Kër Ndigal ku fa dëkk ba ngay ñibbi si fii nii mbubb kese nga sol ñu jël dugub yëpp def ci jumaa ja ñu ne ñoom jullit leen
teen matuwaay ñu def ko li nga xam ne moom lañ si war a def nañ ko def parce que ñun baadoola lañ mënuñ see dogal dara mënuñ see wax ne lii la ñuy def mënuñ wax ne lii la ñuy wax waaye nguur gi nga xam ne gisal nañ ko seen bopp li nga xam ne moo leen si war nañ ko def.
Programme to Conteh ikafomuye Banko La Kuwo nin ko Banko La Kuwo nak ate mu programme wonti mi yalon ko programme kutolem amam mi bake comment donc programme na talele different programme mi yalon ko ngaw kenu candidate so le mi yalon ko ibe position o nyini kam pour kata député bun kono wo kola fanan natake mo ko tengo le mil fanan de wol man kilin ñim programme o ngayindo na atile c'est special programme ngamin na pour kaje ko ka Banko La Kuwo kacha nin ko Banko La Kuwo temu kula di mi yalon ko programme jamal le beter la kono nana tamma sakuna tamanyala nana tana na mo ko tengo la min yalon ko be kuke kan ani sakunda fana yo sotole ani je fanan nin ko je Gambia Football Federation min kan na kasandam fo tamandi ila kafo ul fanan na kunya dole kono kadu ni de Banko la kono na banku dingol le biji annum fanan na banku dingol la kuwo be lori wala o kam mala mbalte lam jela mba folale ko alna bari mare doron sirif Conteh bi ngamen sutale jang wala Sadibou Kamaso ti ati fanan mo candidate de me yalon ko abe ñim dula ñin kan ñim place o ñin kan ne yalon ko election o ñen takana August abina August le amon jam fo ba jam fota amon jam fa oto kamala wala na ngajia di pour bi na sin na kacha fanan gambe no salon fanan juma ala minje anim fanan ay minisuto gambe no le adum akuma batale nim mobe nyaton kaya tala wala be place o tala la banko kan adum molle nyen ta carte fay jannibe carte fay la nyen talo na jumale ma mariti adum fanan haramadi ngolong kolya bari fanan ala kuma kan olto molse kumol moyno je min yalon ko tombo sama nsa nyinin ka na ma keno nsa fa ko yen nyinin ne fo iko be nyine kala bari ma keno wodo kamma o muntel na responsibility le pour ko okay mbaje plan mbaje la ko ten ka doron ba fula la Gambian Talents TV album jube kan nyin tembola wadi janim mitanya to doron be Mr. Kamaso ba jala programme to ba fula assalamu alaikum Mr. Kamaso.
Walaikum assalam Mr. Conteh aketanye se o kubati ka mabe jambi pour kanela interview invitation on so ngondandere pour katara jambi
abaraka bake GFF nyaton kaya ifele findita iko ilaftala le iba nyini poto mela fila folo dal dalilu jale ati me se lafta ko palaso le me alonko amanke palasi ndenti ite alonne e benno executive member so kono le bari gun dalil ati ne iko matu bi matu ngawuli mfana ngata pour ngani palaso pour ka nyaton kaya
yango ni banko to yikata banko dum kendoti ni nyaay ko dolje ye kuwodol kata pour ka falin ye tembo men soto ibe damen pour ka falin o sembo me sono pour yol falin ni alaye moy ay hakil beto dila ika jele ko ni nga nyaton ka ya siraw ni soto ni kuwodol falin nole be tembo men do tenting kuwodol bi jaay te lefta mel falin na ke maybe less more danta dol leto bari ni nyaato kaya siraw ni muta isa sambono dula jam farinto ndeme executive ko no le mbeni group ko no le 2018 fa on telenga campaign ke president membe siri watin ko on telenga campaign ke intel mala campaign manager tino adum mo akata politiko ti nyawonya ika fole ko mol kan dalle ni be dunna office ko no ka kodol fo moye ni dunta ye falling ngeta football politician o ti nyawonya mu businessman o le fananti andum tol business o yi ka men na wala minti ko ni mem boy krake because ni wote client o bukana ko tenke so ngamira ni business o ni politico jaxasi ni nyam mi jola ibe mol contandi ni wala mbijele nga alhalul dol di molla nga lahidul dol di molla nga dol promise ko dol la ko be nyin kelale bari nin tata tembolto fo yemol mel
kita campaign time
o kita campaign time to ko afo ni nyame rek dal mu campaign manager fonti mbijele bari say ni nga mol lahid ni nga promise dol di la ko nali yalla kartiwul din nambe nyin ne kala mbije man tara wo keka ndema mira ku mo safo ko ibi jele manyan nakalo because nsembo down danta dame nde ko dol falin nola andu nga jele ko ni nga jaton kaya siraw nyinta sa falin no katu ngam wallahi dindi menna ndele katanu radio to ngam wallahi dindi menna mati mandi so ning ale sembo dinna pour nga nyaton kaya siraw nyinta nga promisol mel di molla nsa fulfill nole katu niem fem fo mole ko al dinna nga nyin di yalla ni to liye ila karto donc nyanta men dile la yo dila ifana nyanta ila karto donc lale nyanta men dila nyanta men dile la ya dila bar nim mole la karto dila say imanna nyanta men dile la ma dila ndenga mera nyanta men fon kala wolom nyinti ko dele ko be nyin keno lali bari ma keno mbotu ngajenke mo doena ay ko tamandi bara manke ko nyaton kaya place o drone ya keninde nga banko kanule andum bijele nu nga manke ko say ngam dunta politique o football ko no meta ko no le nga campagnol kele ndata le nga lahidol di molla nga promisol di molla ko be nyine kala wol manke so nga ntol damawol ko no executive o fawol ko no dol bi jele mel sita nun ko de ngamira ko mul nyaton kaya nga nyinta an ko alin sonni modo yeta kacha ni wol do kachata ye kango dinna so wala tin nan nim funtita nam pour kana bari fe nim bije challenge abata men bije banku de ya nganna banku le kanu parete le pour kataje ko football ni tata nyaka.
Alright. Ngajele la plano kono ye plano bendera kuma kom farman se taje ba ka ko restore confidence wolen ka jiko bambandi kodi ka murundina exactly niyo fo dawda amunta jiko le butanunje fonde mun jiki si fala butanunje telafta kamem murundi
nya jube nya je ko restore confidence ka jiko murundi nang because meaning mol be nyobulo ibe jikiri la bakke itata fo tembo doto me yalon ko sayin hanni te fonge fem fo za ko albo jang altel bu ko to nyafo no albo jang altel kanyine ke albo jang altel mol felle woto aboko ila jiko to ye jiko min soto ito a jiko be talaka bakele ni be la korra ko no imo korra nyaton koti itele ka dépense nati itele ka kuol beke ni la hidindi ko samade mbe bum falin nale samade mbe dendi ka kutol nati dal samade mbe domoro nati dal ngani domoro fo men ke mba falin nale yol mel be foye ibukake ni nata ye ko do foye ka ko fo fendim foye e ka do mon dinne ke fo lebi dol bi je fo ibukake yalla wol ni e jube sila ni ko do foye ka fole il da bondi karla ko to ala diamone kasia so ni be nyaton ka yalla imam men no ikakarafu ite men fonan kala ikakarafu ma fuko dol ka wala kede nyaton ka ya sino ndeko wala fo ni bije say ni tata mo nyaton ka ya lahi dindi ko dol lay make ifonan sita temboto ya jeko nyinde ye mollahi dindi men nay make istata ka ike nyatilin la dola ntol ko binala le nga kata danke pour kaje ko wol ye jiko men soto no wo jiko muruta nan ni ala sonta because ni wote ite mol nyaton ko yalla man jiko soto ito because ika mol jikindi fendala because ikate yalla pour yela karto dila so wolon ko nyinti ko ntol ko resto confidence wolon ka jiko murundi mol so mol ka si jikinna mol si lela isaje ni lote nyato ni fem foye ye lela because ni mol tata ko do wato do to imal lela ko tenke ite fem fo no le no yalon ko isilala because abijele mol be ya jele say mol katu GFF attack la nyame e kata la do to le mol mel fang man tara football ko ne ko GFF ko yalbo altel man almante tele e yalbo jang altel yalla mol felle yaji bari foye mol fo na engage doku nya faham ye stakeholders wallahi dinen ma yati man ni moke aka problem wol drone nat.
Alright, so ilafta ka confidence o ka restore ka murumni na but for wala mba fole ise problem mo dolfono mo lele bang exactly me alon ko mo do solare wala pour ay solve no jefe parce que ibenu jele ye waji ke jele ye jelo ne do manding so ise problem point no mo le bang pour mo le alon then ite ya nga nenya men pour que address fana wala ka problem ke ka jara fana mo be la fila ko lo ne dal that is very important
be nyame aboko ko docteur fundita ka fu mo le ko min sasal mu nyinati min na sasa mu nyinati kar na sasa mu nyinati ntol ngamen je wolo nyinti ko na footballo nyanta tar la damel ntol lefta sambala wolto ni wo plano le fundita na mul stakeholder sol la problem wol bi jele yela problem wol lonne because ko ka fu nyame footballo to ku fula men ku mayata bake fango mol ku mayata player men ka play ku mayata bari mam pa goal soto imam ball soto two most important things ga men for is a ball and a pitch ibe football play la mintole projects issues bari nte ande income ko mukala fika du o kusi falto ntol ngamen soto mina men kala ngole fo wala tin nga documento fontin di ka fami ko the starting 11 so ko na focus be kala dula nani leto even though starting 11 means 11 points le bari key main areas meli alon ko ngalon ko wodula tan ni kilimul bebe wala kono wala pour que GFF remodel ka rebrand ni ko ka dua remodel ka rebrand wala ko ne atara ya peinture no net fi malom no ka ke koy ma taji modol ya afanu maje ya lon wa be nyamen ya jelu nyamen ko ni la dibiro afanu tale ya remodel ya rebrand man tas be tole falin kande barata manya kamenke amanya yari brand so mul sanyi ko je ko amanya falin tale abe sila to men yalon ko nyato tasilolo wolom remodel ni rebrand marketing yari model yari brand ngolo ko fanan left men kala ka substantial improvement in the GFF and stakeholder relationship wolom GFF na la stakeholders mol mel ka football noma ini GFF temo nyantale ka jeen bambandi e chokinyola parce que ile mol nyaton ka yala andum sai fi itatale fo tembo mento ya fil ko milde matungan da boy la ko to hanni majul organize ante fala ni international match also to more kanale but gol bi je akakele ko because maybe a player card na support wala Banko La Kuwo but na league match so foye GFF ni stakeholder sol temo foye je choki ay bamba foye lela no improve but nga dula fula fanan tutale mbe kodo ka soto nyame anaka dépense nyame muto fanan jube nga jeko aketa nya ngake siloto me yalon ko mul balon na ngole ko pour accountability saje mol salon yeko ko di soto yeko do ko soto ya dépense nyawo nyandi mol yalon then in infrastructure mo fana improve international standards soto bore wo dol wo tanning wo point standing kilimul be melben na starting 11 o kono nyin dula na nolje wolom ko remodel and rebrand the GFF stakeholder and GFF and stakeholder relations improvement, tangible infrastructural development of international standard, and judicious generation and expenditure of resources.
When it comes to football development in this country, recently, I can say it is what we spend. It is what we spend. Yeah, I watch it and thank you. Iba safo iba ale effort ngadi leke pour ka di ko pour wo itano tamu ne bi football develop I will back.
Niko ali effort ke yalon effort ni manke GFF doronti because GFF ka policy le dada na policy le dada ika samba to the general stakeholder le stakeholder ya jube ya foko de lefta nyinna le wala man la fi nyinna bari football development o abe dula amantara GFF doronto abe GFF le abe stakeholder sol fana ya because you have the international level where international players will be damning, you have grassroots football development, you have women's football development, you have different areas, but will be tata GFF le ko sain GFF la do ko mu menti pour ka je ko mol mondi bedla wodola nyanta menkela yoke grassroots football development, schools football and open football because Nico schools didn't do jele fana million ko man tarata kan school like madrasal fana watu doli ka ika nyinelal dumande dol bi je man ta school even though man tara wo encourage kan leftale mol be ta school bol dol bi je fana be academy leto so schools and open football wol bi jele wolum grassroots football development women's football development so wol bi jele jefa fiya kato dankele ore ndeka même fo e modo katara dalto le ite kamera ko ibe kato men ke kan abe samba kan nyato le bar ni futata tembo to me yalon ko ibi yemol mel nyaton ko ya jele ko imantare samba kan nyato ndema mira ko problème bi je pour ni koy lef tale falon yeke because amanke ko kuti me yalon ko ifan sun talom be dem fengolom so nim mol bi je modol ko de ya ke nyamen de entelo nga fille ko ni nga nyin doke falun mina la le amari ana idea le funtina nim mol yalla moy ni ya fil ko nyinde assistance ma natino le ngata bar je fe kamenke i kele development ol kele bar stakeholders wol mel bi je ama wolle nyaafa ame nyaabo wolem problem moti 2014 to 2018 years ni executive obe ni jele wo first time leti because molka follow ko first time always you know you have bumpy rides isi fang adjust no janne yedula do ki jana but 2018 to 2022 it is inexcusable so for development wol ke me yalon ko ay mo nyaafale ya jele because nga problem wol men soto 2018 kata 2022 hani 2014 2018 mo soto.
All right, so GFF la coming the system of Benjamin when it comes to even administration, is it dictatorial? Yes.
Yenna letter je wala tinande. You promise on my press statement.
No.
You promise on my resignation statement.
You know when it's very serious. When institution of Mialo is very democratic, it about you said there's a system that is like a dictatorial. You understand? You need to clear that out. So, but now that is
no, it's an open message. I was something that was sent out there. So, I'm happy to answer that. But you okay? Can I go ahead?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So you were asking, is the GFF dictatorial? I mean, I said that in my presser when I tendered my resignation. I see opportunity for because not cold dolls and because I resign kabri wotembo. No, I didn't believe that I should have resigned at the time because I was the watchdog in my own right. I believed I was a watchdog to ensure ko mbe stakeholders will represent kan ninga kujije me yalon ko nga feel ko de ñin mol men mira ko ñanta kala wol ñama amantara ta ka ñama sin diam nga foko de ande nga mira ko nga kete may not be right, you know, but in my own right I have every right to voice my opinion ka foko ndede nga mira ko ñin betenne. The position of the GFF presidency is supposed to be democratic. There are certain appointments Melia Lonko. Yes, president has the powers to appoint certain people. He has the powers to create certain committees. But there are certain appointments Melia Lonko executive or Leo power also. They couldn't do member intending procurement committee. Amantara GFF Constitution Standing Committee. It was an ad hoc committee that the president established. Yente safele ko yente bondi jele. Yen bondi procurement committee. Nge safele ko no. Alel men safele alel ko executive or decision ota. I am still part of the executive. I do not remember when a meeting was held ka foko yen bondi le. You know, so later do safele na ita foko ha president ole yen bondi ko fine. You know that is dictatorial for me. Fine. You know you believe Konimo Mela ideology share, you can get them out. But this is not your personal business. I own a business called Creation Plus. If I want to do things, you know, there I can do it anyhow. Why? But even in my own business, I tend to ask the opinion of my manager. So ni tata tembo to me yalongo, it's a democratic society. Modo lota ko de ilefta le falun yeke. Ima afo ime neng ime kaja fi man ko dol ke say nim modo lota ka lefta lolal dol ya support dol lota ko ha antol de ngani support ni ko wol bay ndenga mres dictatorial because inyanta men kala ye appoint nyame itata executive volto ye lateral mel dina bolle keka yente bondi le procurement committee ye Abdou Karim bondi ye Moso bondi game scheduling ye Salifu bondi ye Haruna Cham bondi in different committees because they perceive them to be supporting team to restore confidence, which I am the leader. So in an act of defiance and in show of solidarity to these people, I mean, it's like we're traveling in a comfortable bus with air conditioning or whatever you call it. We are moving Johnny Betakang iko car be Mr. Conteh le support kang ala jindi yow jindi car fana bala support kan ya jindi ndebe sirim boso kono. I mean, it wouldn't be fair. I wouldn't be fair. I have to go and show my people solidarity ni etaje na fight nan kanamru boso nyin kono. So that is why I left, so that I will show them solidarity, and in an act of defiance kaitan diko nyilde amanka nyama, you know, in continue together to work. So
I believe you guys have a constitution, JF?
Yes, certainly.
So for 20 years, me alone, it is your legally minded. For section TJ, me alone go. I at least even you moment by can I guarantee the Purisha lawyer ya ko kele ni silola me alone go coming an loi at Hanola. Water imang encourage from Puri relax or later from a resign. Iso silo noma, Flaja ho. Menketa manyana kela because ninku get a manyana kela. Yantaka no male, Nabayan no male. Coming a la buko a landijame. What is it?
There's no such a provision in the Constitution for that. But Section 85, I believe, of the Constitution makes a provision for matters that are not provided for in the Constitution should be discussed at the executive level. I remember being resignation and procurement committee chairman letter brilliant procurement committee chairmanship letter dinna ka foko yem bondile because executive decision mo letter ole soto. Immediately I wrote back. It was the acting general secretary that at the time who was there acting bra letter o safe say as soon as nga letter o soto nga reply ngay ko I'm still part of the executive and mambo meeting kalama me yalon ko si tele ka foko yem bondile o yin discourse le and kana som fana mo ke la officer use pour que kering di kula me yalon ko anin silo mantama nga share ni na colleague do member executive ko no we share pay yoto akoy ko nga nyin jele de nyin kata wati juma le do ko amaje do fana ka amaje do ko you know president fanko no letter o nyin mistake golti mais letter o safi ama safi ko ye letter watarante nga reply safi ye letter do safi nata ko president no le bondi bari o procurement committee nyin amanke standing committee de constitution of president no fon le olo o you know he is at liberty pour kam bondi bari letter o dol ye modol mel bondi labangul do ke so le fon ye tarasiri ngata nini ka chara lo ko hay yalo nako yente bondi lakar oh really because nde fonta ma fo doli because ni afo doli ka jele ko ibine suppress la le be nyin kelale but I felt that was a committee I may establish. But in the letters, well, actually, modo la letter nyinto bri ba appoint kan because bri ba nyilla appointment letter di la fanante man taraje. Ye men sa fe ala letter ko the executive committee has decided to appoint you. so a language like that, but you executively use him for the president. Who will appoint as a member of a committee.
So I'm the president will appoint as a wala by no direct. But
Yeah, he has the power. If he has the powers to appoint you, he has the powers to take you, to remove you. So wala nantita, he was okay because procurement committee atelier established. Because the procurement committee fountain chatele before we were established. I remember that day he came to my office. Chatele. I think you should have a procurement committee. May alonko certain amounts of money, and then tala committee tole. And then I take a chatele, and the committee was established, and I was chairman. So data, he has the powers to remove me, and I have no issues. But in Ngamenfo, you later on follow the Nakonye executive ole bond. No executive for months because me jele. Say ye dual mel bondi ila appointment letter ya itandi leko executive ole doko ye appoint je. Say ning president o nata ke bondi. Andun teman tar meeting to meeting man keme ya lonko wolle sita ya decide. Kata wasilo la kata fu ku mbe wokelo kelale ko tenke. Wona watolom election o manjamfa kardanta nyaati lewla bina dunka election o leto andum modol bi defana
yalo
non bina kanne
ha but
bina kanne
mo lebe fokan ila do ko wala comme ya fo nyame min ya lon ko ila do ko lem an election o men kana imalon fo be win la le fo te win la
no de bina wala amanke control sita le wonyade there's different steps. There are different steps. I'm legally minded, but every more limitation will be. Kodoli kasamba do to le melialonko. Even counts loyal from you have a junior, a senior, and a most senior. Ikasamba mo to le puri ya jube. Ye hakilo dol dila iba ko nyintala nyame. Mantra sirinde. When first step all the resignation is the first step. Where nanga sa fejeko in an act of defiance and a show of solidarity. Because maybe will mau sembo soto o imao hakilo soto puru inyanta step mentala. Dol mantara siri. We are fighting this. Election will be jele. We do not want to distract anything. The fight of this ye appointment botal nyame. Wombo fight lele. Wana watolom andung the process has already started. Mbo ko le manke ko ngole ko ha ye nyil bon le drombe siri. No. It's wrong. And we will go because there will be a committee, a disciplinary committee or the legal committee members sila ya ujube. Ufanana la procedure lom. Amanke ko iba sambala billion dro wole si ya jube. There's a committee and maybe the chairman might not be around or vice chairman might not. It's a legal committee. Even CAF or FIFA, eka protest dundile. Sometimes I karnani karlulu karworota jani bo decide la. Wo procedure umbo follow la. But this is an act of defiance to show my people solidarity ko ital jindi nola because it can more bond committee to nyil bi jela num for the longest time in football and I nyetara football ole kono so ndenga feel le ko dal is not right pour ko bondi. Yeah, I mean ordinarily or naturally one would have expected ko ibe nyanyin na le wala ye convince ta ye diamu ye ka explain ko etenom you try and convince them not come all bondi.
All right, ila plano li siara le fen jamale ba ko waru ne be executive o kono no for waru manso do yes step ta pour kaje ko ni plano do le nana o manso do no
Ate banna
then
I am not the type that comes out to take credit for things I have done, but ninteni melka doko ke ani nimmelye doko ki je ba frale ko I have ideas and I am never selfish to share them. Nintenga ideas on ka share dol bi je fon nsafo mo me yalon ko maybe abola department nga fa ko this is the idea I have ngamira ya share ke ko abutele ya I do that. I have done that on numerous occasions. So nimmelye doko ke they know ndemu mo sifamente ninga idea soto nka shale nga fuko de ndenga ni idea le soto nga feel ko nti nyinni neke bari fanan ka idea share fanan ani ya ye muna fangala o mku do leti maybe nsi idea do fanan share it will fair man ka idea betoti so you know.
Yeah, but among these coming ideal email sort of thing, ideal be kono le email for
yeah.
So you obstacle le sort of
no obstacle is not. I mean, for me, it's not an obstacle. It need to hold a blato. Ni ideal soto. You pass them on to the appropriate individual or the appropriate office push further. You have your limitations. Right here, you're doing your interview, your cameraman records. Everybody has your role to play. So if you pass your ideas, you are not the one to implement it. If you are giving directives, because there's a leadership. Your idea, you make recommendations. If it is approved and adopted, then the policies, and you can implement them. So if you make your recommendations, you cannot implement them yourselves. You make your recommendations, you bring your ideas. Ni ko ideal nying betatale na mbete ya fay. Ni ko ideal nying betatale yata ye muna fangala. O footballo samba nyato. But ndeng ideal mel soto nga dile signakilin. Whether you implement or you might implement that is there. Like I said, I don't want to go through details. Idea Jamal Bijele, don't Bijele your melta.
You see, it's important. You understand? Some of those ideas, there are
some that they will take. There's some that they will take.
But some they will not take it.
If it's not implemented, that means it's not taken.
All right. We move to still now league development and professionalism. You've mentioned an issue of age cheating. You understand football like
that is not on the league development. That is grassroots.
Yeah, grassroots. Grassroots development. All right. So when it comes to age issue in this country, like Peter Gomez Kavembo, sometimes you can cheat on maybe it's a age cheat no le. It's a for message nangamle, but me don't feel kono. Have a
True.
So it's a problem. So no mechanism le biji right now.
I think then starting 11 Jube, we've said that we're going to come with a digital platform. I've also seen recently government is introducing electronic birth certificates. So until ngafole the digital platform we create la. It's going to be a bekana system multimedia lonko near age input from an early age, because from the grassroots all the academies will be registered. We have a database of all the academies. Nga platform will create me along academy. There is the time me along yentela registration o kelale or registration o close. New registration o close ta. For when the window is open again, yemel register will better laje. So melbije there'll be somebody who will go through all those forms to check your information or data may input it is right or it is wrong. So what data to you have to come with your original birth certificate. Model bijele sa fo ko man birth certificate oje na birth certificate to fill it ale. You know, this age cheating issue, it is not just the GFF. Sometimes it's the individuals themselves, because they come with different birth certificates. But then the GFF should be able to have a mechanism in place to put this to an end. If you put in a mechanism that will stop people from being, because a birth certificate of I wouldn't take that. Everybody here has an infant welfare card. That will prove that that was the day you were born. If you do not have that, we can go and get your school report. That will have your birth certificate. You will have to bring 3 or 4 documents that all match to show that this is the actual data that is showing that this is the age you have. So we have a mechanism in place. Is going to be a digital platform. Once your data is inputted, this is your date of birth, it doesn't change because you can only have one date of birth. So ka date of birth fulani sabanyol soto, it is going to put us all into problems. We have to start from somewhere, even if it is going to take us another 10 years for us to ensure when we start winning these, under category tournaments, where a regulation will put in place, by the time the futalaje, we would have done it properly. We would not even have to worry about MRI and Wasifal. We know when we take them, they are actually under 17, they are 15, and they will go and play. We would even need MRI, we can go to sleep. We wouldn't do an MRI ngatanga tarasino kambe miraka some results will make nyadile. So we are going to ensure there's the system in place is digital. Once the data is in, you can never change that.
Right. For what about dealer nabang, but plans will come but bladan tangon le check kam bol le juwe kam because of time of Benjamin. Time was back. But then you talk of increasing purka league winners will la kodo fanal lafa 1.5 league winners 750 runners up, and then the third position of an what could be namin because in Kamem we will GFF quality. So definitely, when I talk about that, you are laughing. So what? Nkamemwe, wala mjefe quality. So definitely, and wakodo Seattle.
Kodo Seattle amansia ne football ojube 1.5 for league winners. Umanke quality. I run a club. 1.5. We were giving clubs 300,000. I was one of the people who even advocated for league price will increase to 750. This season. I'm a strong advocate for that. Money spent for football should be spent on football. Ninkuro Nata from FIFA. We make $6 million from FIFA every 4 years.
GFF?
Yes. 4 million for operational cost and 2 million for specific projects. Within 4 years, that's the FIFA cycle. Forward 1 was 2 years, that was 2016 to 2018. Forward 2 was 2018 to 2022. And now the forward 3 that is even coming, FIFA has increased it to 8 million. So every year, the GFF receives $1 million from FIFA. $500,000 is in January, and another $500,000 in January, and another $500,000 in July. But the second $500,000, you have to meet certain criteria. That is the 4.2.0. Your national team has to play a certain number of games. You have to play certain league matches. Your junior categories, 2 under categories, male and female must play. So those are, your referees training. Those are all programs and activities that you can meet. And as I said, money spent for football should be spent on football. It's a matter of prioritizing where we spend. It is incomprehensible. You go play for a pare. You 300,000 dealer. You can't tell a CAF Interclub Championship. You will come as a body wala. Wala you will come lulo di wala. How do they even buy tickets?
These clubs from at the end of the day, Bukanasa because of.
You see them organizing jelly bars and all these programs or Tata Dinding or Usunduru or whatever just to raise funds to go. What you are investing other monies? What if the program goes bad? So at least there should be a guarantee ko nearly go win. It is certain ko you are going out because we must ensure our clubs are empowered to be able to compete internationally. If we have to sacrifice from wherever, it is not even a sacrifice. When you're doing your budget, you prioritize. You prioritize what you need to do. If you're renting, this is specifically going to my rent, this is going here, this is going here. Isi rento tame yalonko ila feeding will be taken care of. So until the clubs need to be able to make money when they win a certain we are not just playing and we win the league and then we start writing to institutions to look for donations. No, you have at least 1.5 that is you're sure you'll be able to buy tickets or you're able to cater for your for your hotels to be able to go out. So the rest you can work on that. You must be able to put in those mechanisms. That is something we are promising we can do. You can cut on travels. You can cut on certain activities. Ila relevance is very modicum.
So that 6 million, what you are trying to say is, as a GFF near money, you have to call for.
You should be able to manage that. GFF nyanta. That's why in the vision we want to uplift a preeminent standard in Gambian football. Because we want to ensure there's, a structural, technical, and financial self-sustenance, type of atmosphere at the GFF. Because GFF should be able to have mechanisms in place. GFF should be able to have a business that will be bringing in resources. You call it a football hotel, BJL, but football hotel from 2018 to date, I don't know, but I mean, aka GFF makwele because he timol 5 days deal nibe funte kan kata international matches for nimele league win. Even Hawks benefited from it. Ika 5 days deal GFF ka 300,000 deal saying 300,000 you 5 days old. Rather than wasifa new beta ya at league from kono, you can do more. So until coming for we are going to have a business, not just the GFF hotel. We're going to have a business arm of the GFF, an investment side of the GFF. It can conduct business anyhow to be able to make monies and bring them to support GFF programs and activities. We cannot continue to rely on FIFA. FIFA does what it does. Other countries that are doing well are not heavily reliant on FIFA. We must ensure that monies that are meant for football are spent on football. And I can tell you for free, when we start doing that, we will be able to develop our football. Because 6 million, the 2 million, as I said, is for specific projects. But the 4 million, that's what you make. $500,000 is in January and $500,000 in January, $500,000 in July. So you're making, let's say now, $57 million a year. That's what you make.
So if this parks, the parks will mean that right now, they will renovate right now. It's from that 2 million, no?
That is, yes, that is from that 2 million. It should come from that 2 million.
That is Banyul Brikama.
Or it should all come from, because that 2 million is for specific projects. What happens is, if you have a project, you write to FIFA to say, this is the project that I have. It could even be, say you want to do your media coverage of your league matches, you want to buy buses, you want to buy an OB van, you want to buy equipment. You write a project. If the project is viable, FIFA looks at it and they believe this is something that is worth spending money on, they approve and then they release the funds. But these funds are released in milestone payments, so that's 2 million comes from there. All these projects that you're talking about, although there was 2016 and 2016 to 2018, that was forward one. That was specific projects, Fana. Wanala Kodolom. Like I said, the project manager should be able to, he's the one that people can interview to shed light on those things. But the project, the forward two, that is the $2 million, that is a separate one. All these parks are supposed to come from there. And Wofananka Kenya, when you have a project, you write to FIFA that this is the project I want to do. They pay you in milestones. Milestone payments wolom ko ikejo kodo nangamo menna do ko kata nyame kejo wala sa ni ko sa inte leftale kana nyi lefta hotel ole billa jang for grassroots football. FIFA kaytol jube ya je ko he kaytol beti atale isa fo okay nga approve le saying maybe mbe 20% le release la wala si isa fo ko maybe sidula keme o sidula keme nsi sidula mo ndila la le na li do ko ke fa futata wo sidula monto nsi do dial nali do ko ke fafuta to woto si do di alla aboko le ko ni tebe bunglo la sai ye dula ye keno sai be la korda lo kan na mari ko korda lo be ke la 10 million lati maybe foundation no sike 1 million sai ne 1 million o di alla fay do ko ke me foundation o bank isina ko do di alla fifa fanan ka do ko ke la wala nyama bari ni tamam foundation o bank ileftale ko do di la ika fole ko no tayeta wo bank foyo labang yayta ni mol la ko yini labanne ye do di la abole nyama so ka foko ko do bondi fifa bulu aman sono yani wolbe wol mudiya mol leti
so mo ko mol leti
because ni ko do di lan ko tayeta mobile o sang ni mobile o sang ko do di la eta tele sang ni tele sang ni ko do di la eta moto sang nga ko do di la eta mobile o say ina tay ni mobile o man nay ko nyoko na sang ko do di na ngata tele sang ba foyo ko say mobile o nyille janni be nyindo minin kala e nyindo bang malu fo kan ko mo famle
nka fa hawle ba
ni nyindo bang nsita tele sang ni tele nyin sang ni nyaayo je fanan sita nga moto sang bad ni ko do di la pour ye nyinke imo la bang sa ile tele nga ko do di la ba fo la imo do bang wo bang fo lo ngana nyin la do wala problem mo nyinti
alright balten la hande say balje la do ba fla la bala programme la jube kan dorom mo Banko La Kuwo ti nal bari malem hani kabi Serif Conteh na geso mo munti bi wala na kacala felentin jang atalem Sadibou Kamaso ti membe plaso nyine kan pour ka Kenya ton ko di Gambia Football Federation to mbe Conteh la hani kabi now when it comes to Allah constitution you talk of reforms when you talk of reforms amunta fenne bi yemini alon ko dol bi jele o tale wala fenne bi yeminil is all point no million tafalin ne ite bin mira million tafalin na is a problem
because man wata jang soto one of them is yalo new na musol jube ila team sol itol bukana general assembly pour que carte o fay itol la carte ol be ka fay itol la level le des women's football association yalo constitution of na niya dada ikada da tembo menna dula Kenya wole kat nan ye constitution o dada bar ning dula ka falling you have the right to make adjustments and make reforms pour ka ka falling finding quality tano nyama because women's football has always been under Women's Football Association. But the Women's Football Association bukela program so run. Because ndenga miracle ni atara Women's Football be Women's Football Association no koto. Ila ligo ni la kol be nyanta tarle la association no bulu ya borindi. But ni bije fanang JFF la cool run the association is there. The association is virtually not functioning. So on Tolko, to be able to bring the women football teams at the same level with the men, where we should start, wala mnyintiko ni mekewol be carte o fayla. It will for nyanta le kasije ka carte o fay. Because abe tembo mento it will buka carte o fay. Womu kodo womu kilinati membije. Ha. Because ni wo ntolto kenola. Fongata general assembly to nga foy ko ñinom nga ñine soto nga mira ko ñanta kelaten ni ko ha salam sake nzita ngake ñen executive o jube nga president o soto anim vice president sama mo nani bi jele mel ya lon ko executive member lom bar specific portfolio table executive member lom ci doro wonya ndol dol bi jele as co-opted member co-opted lom imang carte o fayin to lede yen ton tombon ne drong yenki je because it's based on our competence ko ya jele ko asinyindo lafano jele saying tolko rather than wo doli tarasi kirinje iman specific portfolio so de kana mitinol dronna mbitala general assembly tole wo fanam constitutional reform leti mbitala le ngafu general assembly ko lefta menna wala nyinti ko ni modol mel be siri because of schools football la president obi jele women's football la president obi jele janni be tarra siri man tarra fenna ngeke 4th and 5th vice president ot wala ka fahamle because abe tembo mento first vice president ye do ye katele responsibility dula mara nyala ni kodo mara nyala at GFF second vice president atelebe mararing competition o mara nyala third vice president atelebe mararing women's football and grassroots mara nyala bari to leje ko third vice president responsible ni dula fulo la mara nyala bor mo fula bi jelle men yalon ko wollo wo dula fulo la kontiyoti ni duma jube confusion o domandin natile ika famle so janni wo ke la leftale praye ke commence kundati you have different ministries, you have fisheries, you have water, you have environment, you have education, you have energy, you have interior. So exco member ite ni la do kolom ye dula di la me yalon ko tele ma ministre isa je tele bo kala wo focal person ti ni nata ni wol ye ku soto ite ni tele be diamu la ite sikara nati nang executive ko no bari president mo se mo soto so wo fo yo duni mol kun kono ya faham ko ni mu constitutional requirement constitutional reform lati because for samba general assembly ya wolle ka reform woni adopt or otherwise ya samba je ya foko de ha nyanyi me fo de ngamira asika sikenole so wol bebe constitutional reform to wato la suti akama dolbi jele mel ya lonko
plan ni seems to be a very good plan, but then critics afoko Sadibou nyin be man nanu fo say na be nyim be fala mole bira be ji ana man na
cha yemen fo ko nga fole ko nga idea jamal le di I mean, I'm not the social media type member funtila nga fo nga ideal deal wolong no I don't need to come out and take credit because it's a collective thing. I have given a lot of ideas, but itara tembo to le yaje ko nyil mantara tama kan tenting ni lefta mol nyaton kaya la fo ni idea ina because ka fo mole ko ha lefta la ali ngal nyaton kaya fo ni fe funti kan nan ni wala funti nan bari ka fo ko be siring ideal ko no fo say no wote men deni mel do ko ke ba fo le ko wote wala nan ni mel do le do ko wala ko ko ntel ngamira di si mol nyaton kaya le na ngeke mol la kunti yoti nge londi ye ke mol la candidate oti pour August GFF election.
So what of when it comes to medical phone and players welfare? What do you mean there?
That is because, my striker. That is the goal scorer.
Yes, Nkanale. Because ngajele government players Jamal bijele mini alon ko la career tianta because of injury. Some of them you can remember for wolem ko bring baramata momang fale momang after nimbe kendare kan commandle. Recently, ngajere from Hamza, a Kenyatta right now, I'm going to talk about football. People are writing near command pure na play Gambe Kanasong because very baramata mome after momental. So, bringing in Nata, I'm thinking, ye mune mean young exactly.
Yeah, medical fund is as I said, is our striker, is our goal poacher, is our goal scorer because. Nanying players will make a football play. They are the most important because it will let can entertain, it will let a game of play. It will let can contain in the. Jamabi je iblo me ko ben. Jamal bije ila team sol fanka struggle. Saying will be game of play kan. Ika baramo do so even at national team level. Ika baramo dol soto le me yalon ko isa jara nole bari because of kodo man soto o baramo ka tinnan le mari bu ka play ko tenke ika modol jele ya fay ko he ndoke ite football bu la sa ente ke ite jele nuy kafu sa fu ko billahi baramata le no wolum yalon belenting tata mo fi jara rol la aussi fal min ka ke because club bol fam wato dol ko de bu ka tarebul mo le nyine la ika dol jele ye nyin go phone mi account le ka fu ko ha mitala alimma ko lefta the medical fund is something that we are going to establish immediately. As soon as we go into office, that is something we are going to establish immediately. We'll put all the mechanisms in place for medical fund established. So the first funds that will come in January, Kodo Edunje. If from the FIFA funds, if we have any other funds that come, should we go into office in August? Because only for 7% of funds that come from all the different areas, marketing, sponsorship, bosifal. Mba bondi la nga dundi je. Nim play baramata ye baramodo soto me yallon ko si jara nole. Des committee mbesila ya je ko de nying ala nyim baramode ni ya samba banku kari sa jara nole. Yeta ye si ko ha nyino mananga moti ya bondi je yeta mari jara. I continue football la. Modol bi jele felenting by now, you know, kodol sikeno jele. Nga play do, I don't want to mention their names. Nga modol jele mel play ta jang isasata nung iko ha ilefta ka kodol nyini ye pour que te mako yeta jara rola mbe mol dan la ye mako yi. Okay, wo buka bay. But federation le nyanta ka ko ke follow me yalon ko mol bole jela ka itandi ko de.
So among the federation la kato mol nyanta la follow yela what is what you trying to
ni
say?
mol nyaton ka ya. Ikawle fo man sakunda ni man sakunda ya damuta. Modol si kodo okay lole. So for GFF ye medical fund you create. Sacrifices have to be done. For a medical fund you create, player aje ko he dula bi jele me yalon ko ni nga bara modo soto mat. Ma yalon ko system modol bi jele mol franka abuse le ma fo player bole kala. Modol sinano le ha ni kar le menna. There will be a committee mel bo review la. Whether ye men fo wole keta wole wo manke. If it is right, the funds will and the funds are there, they'll release the funds yeta ite jara because mala fi play ko tenke. Ka fo ko ye injury soto le me yalon ko is carry threatening yenta tel jara la bantale ima jara no. And it is active players that are actually playing in the leagues. If you are not in the leagues, yes, you are a stakeholder, but you're playing just, you know, street football somewhere, Ibaramata iko left la tanjara. No, we're talking about the league matches, Melialonko, you know, they are actually GFF programs, and Iwosifal. Yes, the GFF will provide a required fund from the medical fund.
Yeah, so finally, contract issue. Footballer contract issue. Nka kumol moyle kaje ko footballer Jamal Bije be wato jube kan bari ngalo samim baba na ise hakoto nye bari fana ina tamu lel do mandi
no yalo ntemo businessman ol ntemo businessman ol do nyin tamu mbe ko do me use kan campaign to nka bonni nyin business ol so fo ko do nyin do pour nga fu campaign kan anyam.
Yeah, okay. So when it comes to contract rumors ol moyle sometimes ka foko player sometimes ni lefta pour ka move kata club volto comme un club o sola tele pour kata sometimes aka ki pour les mots le pour timo yebula because of team wala interest wala maybe team ti wala interest ako wala no ma too much player la interest moment abuko jube bake sometimes do la carrière ka delay je. You have any mechanism for that to tackle those kind of issues?
Yes, the thing is yellow contract issue. It is wide and it needs a careful and balanced approach when it comes to those contracts. The contracts these clubs sign with their players, GFF is not a party to the contract. GFF just tends to look at it to say, okay, this is right, this is not right. You do not need to overstep on the players' rights and to ensure players' rights are not infringed, but then also to ensure the players do the needful, because it's two-sided. What will be the flank global ka player la rights infringed? What will do for nang players all la lack of understanding? Ika kodol kele me yalon ko anin silo man tanyo. Ika player jele ye book club go to a contract go sign because what time of biribita can je just because they want to play. Is a doing your contract go sign ya sign ro ha ma ko renga dun ye contract go sign. Ye tara je maybe man player do bi je me ye by play la ye la fi la funti la je me la contractual obligation of fulfill. There is a procedure that you need to do pour ye contract go terminate for you, okay, but if go terminate ye ta club do to fona ni wo ina contract go sign wala ya fo ko ha anteni ni club fona ko jele ye ta ya fo ko nin club so for player sensitize na club so sensitize ko contract go be tenne but left a men seniyandi la jang wala minti ko contract is either it is valid or it is not valid. nin player nin club e contract go soto. There is an offer and acceptance in consideration for something. Player paretale ko the club e player offer something lale player accepta ko ha mbe play la lele pour ñing. The club has its obligation that it needs to fulfill. Kombe A, B, C, D, E, F, depende la yemen fo player fanan ko ha fanan d'accord tele ko mbe ñin ne kela. Ye d'accord ko wolom ye contract go sign. And there should be dispute resolution. There should be a portion to say that either party can terminate the contract on certain conditions. Way BC yo fenke ye d'accord wala. Because contract go ñentele kasenia wala nani imanyan naka mo forcé ñanta itan dal ko play fa imanyan na fa ko ñi sign ni man la fi jabula je no.
Yeah, those are some well exactly. One inclusive quality mine along ko mbo le fo kan right now thing. And I feel GFF ye ñandol so do ñgon because den lem body body mi along ko ñantalo la football la ko la imban ko ka. So nga ko ni ibe men fo kan exactly nga yi si fal le fo thing.
Civic education. I mean that's why into Lim Players Association be doko kala. Because ni association o Londi. Ime makoy yela doko ke pour yel ya long ñantal ka melke. Because the Players Association is supposed to look into players' welfare. This contract issue, they have a substantial role to play in that. Because for finally la player sensitize. Kuna alba kela tenne. Wo kamala in club sol finance doko ke kaitan dile ko de players sol be karfaring alma. Bari contract goal ñantale ka ke ten al ñantal obligation of fulfill lale ifanal yel obligation of fulfill nim player ya fil ko contract club dol me la fen ko isi tano players association ka compleno di ko de ndol de mbe play kan ne bar ñil man ñin ni ñenke player association si wuli ini wo club le si ya jube bato to no la ñame bar ñi association dol mel be creating some of them foy ni ye dokol faham because of nim player ma understand the contractual obligation you may sensitize you can fay ko ha contract go sign itel left iman la fi yabla I assign o tembo left play la but maybe I game killing play do play ta wo yemen ke atema keno abe sirim benchoto I feel ko ha nyanta ka futi nu janne fon nyanta ka da do to anyanta lon nele anyanta sila jumale tala pour ka funti je kanaka yitan dalla ko de ha antel na tele contract go sign it does not mean ko I should stay here by force for contract when you bank. I should be able to have a clause to say I can terminate my contract based on ying. Either there is a buyout clause, maybe anyanta aljola fenela, or maybe there is a specific role anyanta can perform pour ka funti. But ka foko player te funti la wo contract go man soto. Wo man soto. Ko ha by force ibe sila jelle fo sanji saboy ban. No. You need to be, you don't own the player. In the sense that ko ha te fundi nola na left ka fundi there should be a clause hani message yol fam ka fole ko ha ila buyout clause maybe is 100 million or whatever will be can negotiate le
contract ka footballer je Gambia mo ka ke footballer te at the end of the day sitano for 5 years and fem fam ka so to no so ko ka provide at the end of the day ika ya mari na family fam follow wala ka start ka criticize ite me nyum tanin na min bela you are not bringing anything. Some of them, I'm telling you, some of them, don't be a footballer player at the end of the day for you when and they can play very well. But you make a happen later.
You've seen ex-players being taxi drivers, ex-players you see sometimes you go to a certain place, there's a security guard. So you
go football or you play you are a failure. Yes, that's the mindset. Because you more obviously so there's a lot minion takake, I think. So, but then what mang also bake, but in maintain to Lambejela, what bantale, Tamo Mansoro, the molten Lambejela, Melbourne Jubekang, Mafule, Nimala, Programo, Banko La Kuwo, Menkanale, Wate, and Albade Malem, Serif Conteh, member Sirin Janteng, Sadibou Kamaso, Piata Nanga, Telefintitan and B, Kanasi, platform or Jang, Bafanan Tentula. Mba jela mba fula ko Banko La Kuwo nata daje na winta bije malla fi ninga call pura nan na platform suta bori because aka hapunle so
No, nde ngole fo because yalong niaje ika foko ndula kari mantilingi manketende ibe seeing information ole kan because ni mo nyato kaya inyantele inika nyomo boy inyantele be men ke kan media is very important nde buka I'm never scared of any media because if you're doing the right thing open up to the media because in a public office le mbe creation plus borin dika nyame nte fang la company karon nyame I can choose whether to go to the media or not womum fang le tati but public office I should be able to come to the media anytime they need me and I should be able to explain certain things wala nante la ñin team restore confidence we have a communications team imagine bria itambita ni mole there's a communications team and we ensure control no one di left interview la nga try nga audience di la and men ñin fole intol dunta office we will use the media to the best of our advantage because media leke la do ko itandi molla nite do ko ke to leka amplify to leka embellish to leka polish to lesina fure ibe do ko la banyun bal sen kol maje bar nim media ya capture sa ya play mo membe basi agita do ko la sita tel il banyun do ko ke ka jande isita basi do ko do ki je banyun kol malo isita kunta urda do ko ki je wol malo bar media leke la do ko ke media will be our strongest partner and rest assured our doors are always open. You need an interview anytime, come through the communications team and we will be
all right. Abaraka bake, thank you very much mbal tentula mbal jela mba fola le for wati koteng ala baraka.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.